All right, so as we set up our colored pencil techniques to set up for our marble, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up 3 areas of practice rectangles. First thing I want to do is I'm just going to take my white colored pencil and write colored pencil techniques. And just going to give myself a little heading. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ruler, and my paper is 8.5 inches wide. I want to make 3 rectangles in the space that I can develop some techniques in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the ruler in the middle of this top section. All right, so you can see I got the ruler right in the middle. I'm going to be using a regular pencil here so I can mark the areas of the rectangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of the paper. So the middle of the paper of 8.5 is 4.25. This is the middle, right here. That's the middle. So I'm just make a little mark off the ruler but above the ruler. So I want to make a 2-inch rectangle. So 2 inches to the left and right of this. So I have that rectangle right in the center. So this is 4.25. So 1 inch to the left is 3.25. So right here, make a mark, and 1 inch is 5.25. So right there. That gives me a 2-inch rectangle right in the middle of my paper. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line that connects those spots. I'm keeping my ruler here. Okay, I'm not going to move the ruler. Now I'm going to skip 3/4 of an inch either direction. Remember when we measured, each of these bigger lines is 1/4 of an inch. So if I count over 3, so I go 1, 2, 3. I go to the 6-inch mark and I make a little hash mark like that. And I go 2 inches from that, takes me to the 8. I make a little hash mark at the 8, and then I draw a line. If I do the same thing over here, I go 3/4, 1, 2, 3. That takes me right to the 2.5-inch mark. I'm going to make a mark there, and I'm going to measure 2 inches over. So 2.5, here's 1 inch, here's 2 inch. That puts me at the 1/2-inch mark from the left-hand side. Remember, I always have to have the left-hand side of my ruler lined up square against the edge of the paper. And then I'm just going to draw a line. All right, that gives me 3 evenly spaced rectangles. Now what I want to do is I want to measure down. I want to measure down 1 inch. Okay, so I'm turning my paper, and I'm just going to line up the edge here to 1 inch. See how I lined it up right on the edge of my mark there? What we're going to be doing is we're going to be writing some techniques underneath of this. So you're going to need some space below to write the names of the techniques. So if I measure down 1 inch right there and I draw a line, do the same thing right here. 1 inch, draw a line. See, I'm always keeping my ruler even with the edge of the horizontal that I made. 1 inch. Okay. Move it over here. 1 inch. 1 inch. And last one right here. 1 inch. And I can see that a little bit of it in this case goes right through the hole punch. No big deal. Okay, so now that I have all the marks that I need, now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm just going to line it up on those hash marks that I made. And I'm just going to finish off the boxes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now underneath here, I'm going to write the 3 different examples of the techniques and their definition, as you'll see in the next video using my white colored pencil